So, man, Jalen, thanks for hanging out today.
Thank you. Honored to be here.
Man, I'm so excited that you want to take the step of becoming a life group leader. And so what we're going to do, we're just going to take a little bit of time. I know you're really busy, but I want to walk you through several things about how I'm going to support you as your community leader and just some steps to take to making some decisions about your life group and how to get that started. And you got a couple things in front of you for that. You've got this onboarding card, and we're going to talk through this whole thing. It's going to give you a lot of great ideas and resources. Then you also have this moleskin, and in here you'll see some really cool tips on being a great leader and even growing personally, and then different areas where you can take notes maybe later today and even as you continue to grow and start your life group. So really excited to talk with you today.
Awesome.
So Jalen, as we start, man, I just want to hear your story. You know, I think as we continue and you become a life group leader, one of the things that's important to me is that we have a connection, and you know that you can come to me whenever you need anything. Even at times I may need some help, and I can come to you and ask for prayer and for encouragement. But that takes, us just getting to know each other a little bit. So I'd love to hear your story about when you became a follower of Christ.
Yeah, definitely, man. Whenever I was in high school, I was a sophomore in high school, my girlfriend at the time had told me that she had got pregnant, and it was literally one of the most hardest things that I've ever been through in my life. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was at a part of my life where I was broken, I was hurt, and I was just longing for so much more. And I had been in church, I had grown up in church, growing up as a kid, and I was like, you know what, I want to try church out one more time and just see if this is what I've been needing, this is what I've been longing for. And so me and my girlfriend at the time were able to go to church, and we were able to connect, and at the end of the message, give our life to Christ. And it was just so powerful knowing that us together, we were able to make that decision after we had known we had been hurt, we had been struggling, and we had been longing for so much more. And so in that moment, it was just truly amazing to be able to turn our lives over to God.
That sounds amazing, especially for as young as you were. I'm assuming there were people in your life once you came to Christ and just shortly after have a baby that were really influential.
Yeah, definitely. I had a coach. His name was Coach Gaines. Okay. And Coach Gaines was super strict on me all the time. Just completely completely just all the time, just being hard on me. And he influenced me mentally, physically, spiritually, in every way possible. He influenced me. He helped me grow, just be a better dad, be a better husband, and a better follower of Christ. And so still to this day, he is continuing to influence me to be a part of my life, to be a part of my family's life.
Wow.
And, just having been a part of something that's so special, of having somebody who wants to be there for you like him.
So you still keep in contact with him today?
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's a truly amazing relationship that we have.
Anybody else that holds you accountable and connects with you spiritually?
Definitely. There's people who are that are longtime friends that stay in touch. I help them. I hold them accountable. They hold me accountable. And so it's just a number of friends also that are involved in my life too, who help me get through challenging times and tough times I might be going through.
That is so important. And the great thing is that's what you're going to be able to do for a lot of people as a life group leader.
Definitely.
So what a cool thing to be able to give back in that way. Mm-hmm. And as you know, it's really important for us that we are a church of integrity, and that we're helping you with your integrity in your life, which I can tell is important to you, and you maintain purity. All right, so let's talk for a minute about what life groups are at Life.Church, and then I'm going to actually share with you 4 different ways that you can lead community on our campus. Okay. And so I'm just going to read right off of the onboarding card here. Life groups are the people you share life with. They're the friends you grow, laugh, and serve with. We believe Life.Church thrives when we empower leaders like you to share your faith by leading community. And, one of the cool things about that is when you look in Acts 2 at the early church, as the church began and exploded, it really happened around community and small groups of people meeting in homes together, praying together, eating together, encouraging each other, worshiping God together. And, we all get to take part of that as we lead life groups, which is a cool thing. And so we try to define this and give 4 different ways that we lead community. And so these are 4 different really types of life groups that you can lead. So the first one there you see is start an ongoing group. And that's, a general group that meets throughout the year and they study different topics throughout the year.
Okay.
The second one is to form a life group from existing relationships, which is cool because, you've already got a lot of friends and family that you can pull from and say, hey, we already do life together. Let's just meet together and worship together and study God's word together and eat together.
Right.
And so you can pull those people together. You can also start a short-term group. And a lot of times, depending on a specific series or even a specific topic that's on your heart, like parenting or marriage, you can start a short-term group and just meet for 4, 8, 10 weeks and do that once or twice a year.
Okay, that's awesome.
And then the fourth option is to form mentoring relationships where you take what God has brought you through and your life experiences and pour into other people and invest in them through a mentoring relationship. So when you look at those four, what do you think maybe best describes the life group situation that you want to invest in?
When I look at all four of them, I look back at my life and definitely see through all the mentors and people who have influenced my life, I definitely think forming a mentor relationship and a group is definitely something I would want to do.
That's great. And the cool thing about forming the mentoring relationships that I've found is, like right now I'm mentoring 3 or 4 different people. And usually like once a month or 4 or 5 weeks at a time, I'll bring all of them together and actually create a mentoring group out of the people that I influence. So we can talk about that and get a plan for that later as we go on.
Definitely.
Well, let's talk for a minute about really what my role is on the campus as a community leader. And again, you see there in the card, there are 3 ways that I really want to serve you and help you succeed. The first thing that you see there is I'll help you get started. Obviously, I want to give you everything you need to start your life group and to make it successful. The second thing is I'm here for you as you lead. I'll probably check in with you like once a quarter at a minimum just to see how you're doing. And as you start, I want to be there for you even more than that, but as much as you want me to.
Okay.
And then the third thing is I'll challenge you to own your own growth. I want to be a resource to you and to help you grow personally, in your family, and then also in your life group.
Okay, definitely.
So Jalen, go ahead and flip over the card and you see the top there, Great Leaders Share. Share is an acrostic just for 5 ideas and really lessons that we've learned over the years about what really helps a life group leader start well and then succeed. And so let's just walk down through these. The first one, S, is step into the game. And it says, we learn best in the game. Experience will provide you with reality-tested development. Don't hesitate to step in and start learning. And the best way for you to do this is go to that website that you see there, leaders.life.church. We've already got some great tips and ideas and resources on there. And on a regular basis, we actually upload new tips and ideas and resources on there to help you grow. Yeah, it's really fantastic. I think you get a lot out of it. The second thing, H, is have a plan. Starting a life group or beginning to mentor will present challenges along the way. Leaders thrive when they start with a plan. And so if you're going to work on forming mentoring relationships, you see this link right here, go2.lc/mentoring plan. And what that's going to do is help you decide what mentoring is going to look like for you. And it walks you through great questions and tips that you answer so you can have in front of you a great plan. And we'll meet after you fill that out and we can talk through and get ideas.
Okay.
The third step that you see there is letter A, which stands for ask people you know first. Your faith community should start where you are with people you know, then invite others to join. So you've already got friends that you hang out with, you've got people you work with, you got people in church you know that you serve with. Start there and see who can I invest in, who do I want to invite into these relationships. And then once you do that, if you still feel like there's a need and there's opportunity and margin in your life to continue, then we'll go from there and look at inviting others to join.
Okay.
The fourth thing, the letter R, stands for relate to people. Community happens when people share relationship. Relationships happen when people feel needed, known, and loved. Relate to people this way, and lives will be changed forever. And this is a great reminder. You're such a relational person, and just be yourself. People don't need you to be perfect. They don't need you to be a Bible scholar.
Right.
They need you to be Jalen. And so just build friendship and health and relationship around that, and people will naturally grow from that.
Definitely.
Okay. And then the fifth thing, letter E, enjoy our connection. All this relationship talk applies to you too. I want you to feel connected as your community leader. It's so much easier to be a leader when you share connection with other leaders. So I want you to know that I'm here to support you and to serve you. So I guess a question for you as you start, how can I best support you from today moving forward, do you think?
I would just say, just being there for me. I know that times are going to come up where it's going to get hard and it might be tough. And so I know I'm definitely going to want some support from you also. So that's what I would say for me.
Yeah, and I would say, Jalen, that applies to you personally too. If you ever need anything, if you ever need somebody to talk to pray for you, I want to be there for you too. I know you got some great relationships in your life already, but anything you ever need, even outside of leading a group, I want to be there for you as well.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so how you feeling at this point now that we've gone over all this?
Feeling great.
Good. Now, one thing I want to know is how can I be praying for you over the next few days as you take your next steps?
I would just say, just praying for me on a personal level, that as I get ready to start this group, that I would continue doing what I've been doing to get to this part of my life, in this stage of my life. So I would just say, just personal prayer, not anything specific, but just personally for me.
Yeah, I'll do it, man. I'll do it every day.
Awesome.
So the next step then would be for you to go to the mentoring plan link that we talked about, go2.lc/mentoring plan.
Okay.
And then once you get that filled out, we can meet again and go back over that and start detailing that out.
Yeah.
When do you think you would want to meet again?
Probably the end of next week. Would that work for you?
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
All right, awesome.